welcome back to my channel. My name is Chengetai Victoria and welcome back to another wedding series video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the things that I regretted and the things I'm really happy I did for our wedding. So if you're new here, subscribe and share with your friends so that they can subscribe too. Let's like and share, guys, and comment down below. Let's go. So let's start with the regrets. So one thing that I regret is I didn't plan my hair and makeup well in advance, and I didn't get any trials done. So specifically to do with the makeup, I wish I'd done a trial. I didn't hate my makeup. I actually did really love it. However, I felt like it was like too heavy for the occasion. Like, I think it actually made me look really different. Maybe it's because she did my makeup in a way that I wouldn't necessarily have done myself, and she was really good, especially compared to other MUAs that I'd seen the work of in South Africa. So it was going to be really hard anyway to find someone who was going to be able to do my makeup in a way that I would love there from the looks of it. There's so many really talented people there, but I just felt like it wasn't how I would necessarily do my makeup. And flying out my favourite makeup artist from the UK was just not possible at the time. So that is like a regret that I didn't do a trial. I definitely probably wouldn't have wanted to do my makeup anyway by myself, just because I did that for the rehearsal dinner and that didn't come out how I would have wanted it to be. That was a really big regret, that I didn't have enough time to do my hair and makeup for the traditional rehearsal dinner. Beauty wise, like, it just wasn't how I would have wanted to do, like how I would have wanted it to be. Like, my curls dropped and like my makeup just was rushed basically. But I guess like that's so minor in comparison to like how beautiful my dress was and how beautiful the night was. Like, that night was just amazing. So I guess it's such a tiny thing to regret. Number two, I didn't specify, or we didn't specify what we meant by a tequila station. So we wanted to do a tequila station because me and my husband and like the whole gang of us, we love doing tequila shots. Like, that's our thing. So we wanted a tequila station, and I guess in our heads we had pictured something a bit more grand, so like kind of a dressed up table. But I guess without giving that specific instruction to the people you're working with, you can't really expect much. So when we said tequila station, they thought bet, and they provided tequila and tequila shots and limes, and that was it. Like, the table was bare, had a couple bottles of tequila and the tequila shot glasses. Like, that was it, in a plate of limes. Like, the table was so dead. If I find a picture, I'm going to show you. Like, it was so boring. Yeah, specify exactly what you mean, and be really like, if you have like just specific things that you want, let them know, because no one's gonna know what you want in your own head. Again, like, a tequila station table is hardly the biggest, is hardly like the worst thing in the world. So I'll live. My third thing that I regret is worrying about the rain. So if you don't know, go watch my earlier video where I spoke about what happened on the wedding day. So on the wedding day, it began to rain just before I walked down the aisle, and we were going to have an outside ceremony. And I remember in that time where everyone was being moved inside, I began like, start worrying and being annoyed. But really, to be fair, I snapped out of it quite quickly. However, I do wish that I just like kind of just been positive throughout the entire time. I did snap out of it, and I quickly just decided like, let me just enjoy my day. But I wish I'd just like fully just not worried and basically not cared from the second it started raining, and just gone with the flow. But I'm not sure if I'm really a go with the flow kind of girl. But yeah, I wish I had in that moment, because even those like few minutes of stressing or worrying, they really weren't worth it compared to how beautiful everything was. And I actually don't even regret the rain, I just regret the worry, because I feel like the rain just added something so beautiful to our day, and they were showers of blessings. Number four, I regret going too ham before the wedding. So if you don't know, we basically had a week of partying. The girls and I, so me and my bridesmaids, we got a house together, and we had the hen do leading up to the wedding, which was a 2-day thing, and like various other going out events. Basically, we were drinking every day. before the wedding, and by the time the all white after party came the day after the wedding, I was so ill. I was so ill. I had a temperature, like I had a fever, and I just felt so cold. I had no energy, and everyone was taking shots and dancing, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I was out of it. So that's one thing I definitely regret, not being able to fully enjoy the after party because I was just too ill after going basically too hard the week before. And lastly, this is just like so minor, but when I was looking at the pictures, I kind of feel that I should have made everyone wear the same color, and by same color I mean like everyone wear white or everyone wear black, because the pictures are so colorful, and I'm sure like everyone else loves color. I, however, I'm wearing all black right now. I do like quite neutral colors, or like just very simple aesthetics, and I wish I'd made everyone wear the same color, because the colors in the pictures is crazy. It's like too much for me. Like, I'm just like overwhelmed, and you can tell like I like simple things, because look, I made all my bridesmaids wear white because it's just white is just such a nice color, and I wouldn't have even minded if everyone wore white. Like, I'm not even that bride that is gonna be like, okay, I need to wear red now. No, I'm gonna stand out anyway. There was no one who's gonna dress like how I dressed. Like, you can't beat the original. Now on to the things that I'm really glad that I did. So I'm really glad that we made our bridal party really big and involved everyone that basically had been part of our journey, and that we all hang out together. So like, it just felt like everyone who needed to be a part of the bridal party was there, because I just can't even imagine if some people had been sat in the crowd and they kind of just looked on and hadn't been there for the events before, the hen party, or the events together with the groomsmen, and like just everything leading up to it. Like, I showed you guys last year when we did the bridal party proposal dinner, when we did the steps practice, all these things. Like, imagine doing all of that and not having everyone part of it. Like, I'm so glad we did it big. And second, I'm really glad we did all 3 days. I think one day would not have been enough. We like a good time. We definitely like a good time. We like to party. So one day would not have been enough. And like I just said, we had literally had a whole week of partying. So clearly one day would not have been enough. So I think I'm just really glad that we did the 3 days thing and everyone really enjoyed it. And I would do it again. Maybe like our 10-year anniversary, we'll do like a whole week's worth of anniversary events. Next, I'm really glad that we did it in South Africa, because because it meant that people in Zimbabwe, like my family, my grandmother, my aunt, could all come and join us, and it wasn't going to be crazy expensive for them, even though obviously it was expensive for the people in Europe. But I'm just so glad that we did it in South Africa, because as well, even though it rained just before I walked down the aisle, it had been hot the entire day, and all other days it'd been hot as well. So like, I don't really care. Like, it was just so nice to have good weather and to have like that venue. Like, that venue in the UK would have been so expensive. So I'm so glad we did it in South Africa. And I'm so glad I got the dress that I got. So I think this is my third thing that I'm so happy with, because I think I mentioned this in a previous video, that your wedding day is one of those days where you get the opportunity to really like wear a dress that you wouldn't wear on any other day, which is why I got such a like big dress and like something like really traditional, because I'm never gonna wear that again. Like, I'm not gonna wear a dress like that to a gala, most likely not. Like, so it's just like that one opportunity. So I'm really glad I got that dress, and I got a dress that I'll just remember that dress forever. So I think, yeah, I'm glad I basically did something that other people didn't even expect me to, because I wear quite like form-fitting dresses all the time. So I think that's what people expected. But I just felt like this is my one day to be a princess. Let me be a princess. And yeah, I'm really glad I did. This must be number 4. I'm really glad that I did a lot of the stationery stuff myself, just because obviously I feel like I'm able to do it, and it saved us a lot of money. So if you haven't watched my wedding finances or wedding cost video, please go check that out, because I broke down how much we spent for everything. And the decoration ladies were going to charge a pretty penny for a sign that I think I got made for like £80. Definitely try to do things by yourself if you can. I think it was even less, but anyway, it was, either way, it was very cheap. So I did the place card, seating chart, the seating plan, invites myself, like all these things I did by myself, and it meant that we paid less than we would have had we like bought invites somewhere else, because I really wanted a paper invite, just because it's nice to keep for especially like our parents or close family, and it's just a nice touch, like you get it in the mail, like it has to be like about the whole experience. I just wanted to do things really traditionally, and yes, I'm really glad that I did all that stationery stuff. Obviously, had I had more money, I probably would have done it like a lot bigger and more extravagant, but I will definitely do that for our 10-year or 20-year, 50-year anniversary. Lastly, I'm really glad that we took some time out for ourselves after the wedding. So after the wedding, we actually stayed on at the wedding venue, because obviously you could stay there, and we had a really nice room there, and we had a massage before we checked out, and then we actually spent a couple more days at another hotel nearby. But it was just nice to relax with each other after not spending a whole week together, because obviously we had like our hen do and spent time with our groomsmen and hens and bridesmaids. So it was really good to just spend time together to relax. Oh my gosh, that was just such a wonderful time, like literally just so relaxing and just so nice to be away from people. I think it took me a really long time to recharge my social battery, and I'm still trying to recharge my social battery now. But yeah, that is it everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually feel like I'm coming to the end of the wedding series, because what else can I show you now that the wedding's over? But I thought that I would be really sad after the wedding was done, because like, you know, I've got nothing else to plan. However, it just felt like I've got our whole lives in front of us. But stay tuned, I definitely will have more content for you guys. Subscribe, share with your friends, and help me get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Like, why is it taking so long? Bye.